Alright, welcome to this episode of Building the Decision Tool. In this episode, we are going to be working on scoring our options and displaying that score. So nothing too complicated to begin with. In the future, I think we'll add more complexity into it, but for now, we'll just keep it simple. So I'm going to create a run analysis, or actually, let's call this just score decision.js. Okay. So we're going to export const score decision, and this is going to be, it's going to take the decision and output something. So we know that it is going to need the factors, so let's get the paths imported. Import paths from paths. Factors equals decision.get n paths.factors map. I've noticed I've been writing that code over and over again, so I'm probably going to come up with a better way to do that in the future, but for now, it's okay. We're going to need our choices, const choices, paths.choices, and actually, you know what, I may have been jumping the gun here a little bit, but on the factors. I know we'll need our choices, but we'll go from there. Alright, so our scores, we're going to go through our reduce here. So, what do we want? We need to be able to see for each choice, get the score, and then obviously see who the winner was, right? And actually, is this even the best way to do this? So if we're looking at our tool, like I was thinking, because I have plans in the future for having more analysis and more features here. Yeah, so I think I'll go ahead and continue down that path. Okay. So we're gonna reduce our choices. Actually return, yeah, choices dot reduce. This takes an accumulator and the current choice, and I'm not going to go for immutable. It's a read-only object, so it'll be just fine here. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do is return ACC. Whenever I'm writing reducer, for some reason I always forget that step, so it's good to keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the name. Const choice name equals choice.get name. Const, I don't need to repeat the word choice in here. Name. The ID, choice ID equals choice.get choice ID. The scores are going to be, I don't think I need that at the moment. So we're going to see ACC of name actually, so here we'll say breakdowns. So what do I actually want to output? How about that? So I want the output to be something like winner is best choice, scores. This will be an array where, yes, name and score. So an object that has name, score, with the winner chosen out. Alright, so let's do that first. Const scores equals choices dot map, not this, map. This is just going to be choice. Alright. This is going to return. Okay, so the weights. So const total score is going to be factors dot. This will be a reduce because we're going to be accumulating score. Reduce total and factor. This will be start at 0, obviously. Const factor score or factor weight is factor dot get weight, and the choice score, const choice score, is going to be, if this doesn't exist, we're going to say 0. Choice.get n. So this is like scores factor ID. And again, if they don't have this, 0. And we have to be careful. These are strings at the moment, so we're going to want to convert them to int so we can actually do some math on it, but that's okay. Yeah, so we are going to return total plus %, and this will be factor weight, and base 10 times % choice score, and again. Okay, so we have total score. Oh yeah, return name and total score. Alright, so choices will have that, so that'll handle scores. And the winner return scores, and the winner will be so really what we could do is sort them. And just choose the first one. So we don't even need this. We're going to return, well actually we will return it this way because this will make it nice. But we really want to sort here. So this is going to be an array of objects. Yeah. So map from JS. So that's what that should look like. I don't need choice ID, do I? So the next thing I need to do is sort this, and I think go check out immutable. Wow, surprised. Oh, here we are. Is this going to be the actual docs? There we are. Come on. Alright, so we want docs on the list and sort by. That's what we're looking for. So we want sort. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to pull this in over here. And we're just going to say const scores equals get scores. Oh no, score decision of decision. And console. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Scores is not defined. What? Looks like it's not picking up the, oh, it's in score decision. Alright. Score decision const. Same thing. Oh, I don't need that. Alright. Local, let's go remove that because I don't really need that anymore. Doom. Alright. Type error choices.map is not a function. So that's over here. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Alright, scores. Winner is Stormlight Archive. And the scores are size of 4. That's probably correct. Alright, so let's throw this over to its own component. So this is going to be inside source, new file. Let's call this scores.js. Import React from React, export const scores equals, and this really only needs decision. And we're going to import score decision from data slash score decision. Scores equals score decision of decision. Alright. Return. Alright, so we're going to want our flexbox in here. Import flexbox from flexbox react. flexbox. We still want our flex direction of column. And here we're going to have, what is it, H2. This is step 4. Score. Let's just call this analysis. How about that? And the winner is scores.winner. So here, oh, I actually have to add this to the app, of course. So over here, we don't need score decision here anymore, or this stuff here. I'm going to say scores, and it only needs decision. We come down here. Analysis winner is Stormlight Archive. And then we will show all of them. And what I think I'm actually going to do is here I'm going to say .2js, because I don't want to go through the immutable stuff just for this. .name. So that's still working. All right, and then of course scores. Okay, so over here we're going to have scores.map, so s, and this is just going to be pretty simple. Div. Boom. Actually, let's again call this flexbox, and we're gonna say, flex direction equals row. Justify content equals space between. So yeah, so this now we will have a span s.name and s.score, or is it total? Total score. Scores.map is not a function. Let's get this back out. So what does this look like? Scores, it's an object. Scores is an array. So one thing I'm noticing is that we need to reverse the order, because Discworld is the winner. It's got the score at the moment. I wonder if that's as simple as sort by. Yeah, there we go. So that worked. Now really, scores.map is not a function, huh? Oh, I know what the problem is going to be here, and that is, this is scores.scores. Yeah. So now we have Discworld 80, blah blah blah. So really what we need to do is, we need to fix this thing, so it needs a key. There we go. I have no more errors, and the winner is Discworld, and everything is looking fantastic. Let me close this so we can actually see the whole thing. Okay, so we enter our decision, we enter our factors and how important each factor is. We can add and remove them. We can add choices and score them. And as we do that, we have some winners down here. So as I go in and say, okay, the people in Stormlight Archive are awesome, and you see right away now they are tied again. 80-80. The magic system is really fantastic in Stormlight. So let's add a 9 there. And how dangerous in it? Well, it's actually, I think it's pretty dangerous, but maybe not as dangerous as some of the other places. So let's call that a 7. So obviously Stormlight Archive is way in the front because it's the only one that actually has scores for everything. The magic system in Discworld is really, really great. So let's do that, and it's also incredibly dangerous. Now, as I'm thinking about this, um, you know, I need to be thinking about the fact that the more dangerous something is, the less likely I would want to have, the less likely I would want to be there. So I want to sort of invert this, and we're going to call this safety. And safety, so safety is important, and it's a 7. So now as I come in here, Stormlight Archive, how safe is it? We're going to say, well, it's kind of safe. We're going to say it's a 4. Okay. Discworld, how safe is it? It's not very safe. You can, there's all sorts of ways to commit suicide in Ankh-Morpork, accidentally. So we're going to call that 1. Dresden Files, the people are maybe not as good as some of the in the other two things, so let's call this 8. The magic system is really solid. Let's call that a 9. Safety, takes place in the real world for the most part, so we'll call that a 6. Yeah, I go in and you can tell everything is updating live as I make changes, and I can add a new factor, and it just gets automatically added. And so let's see here. So what's my factor? What's my next factor here? My next factor might be novelty. How different is it? And this is kind of important because I want to be experiencing brand new things. The novelty, I think the novelty of Discworld is the greatest for sure. The novelty of the Dresden Files is the smallest, so let's call that a 3. The novelty of the Stormlight Archive is kind of in the middle. Let's call that a 6. And I can just keep editing these. So we have a complete working app, and this really provides all of the basic functionality at this point that we started out in our original plan. As I've been working on this, I have thought of a bunch of other things that I want to add. Maybe be able to, compare two choices directly, call that out. Maybe, add scoring that's not necessarily on a factor. So like Discworld might have something specific that I will just increase its score in a one-off. It's not connected to a factor, but it's definitely something unique to Discworld that makes it better than some of the other things. So that might be nice. So I will probably continue adding features and stuff to this, and updating this playlist. So if you enjoyed any of this, please let me know, and I will catch you next time.